Iran. The name itself is a whisper carried on the desert wind. It speaks of ancient empires and forgotten cities, of poetry that can break the heart, and of rules that bind it. This is a land of profound extremes, a place where the earth itself seems to hold its breath. Here, the mountains are sharp against the sky, like the teeth of some slumbering giant. The deserts are vast and silent, telling stories not in words, but in the shifting of sand and the slow passage of shadows. To journey here is to step into a story that began long before our time, a narrative written in stone, silk, and the quiet, watchful eyes of its people. One arrives not as a conqueror, but as a guest. The air itself feels different, heavy with history and the scent of saffron and rosewater. Every greeting, every shared cup of tea is part of a delicate and ancient ritual. The people move with a certain grace, a quiet dignity that seems woven into the very fabric of their being. They are the keepers of secrets, the inheritors of a culture so deep and complex that it can feel like trying to read a book with half the pages missing. The mystery is not one of danger, but of depth. It invites you to listen, to watch, and to understand that some truths are not meant to be spoken aloud. Here, what is unseen is often more powerful than what is seen. Behind high walls and veiled windows, life unfolds in a rhythm all its own. The public face of this land is one of order and reverence, a carefully constructed stage where every actor knows their part. But the private heart is a place of warmth, of laughter, and of passions that run as deep as the underground rivers that give this arid land life. It is a world of quiet rebellion, of whispered poetry, and of dreams that flourish in the hidden gardens of the soul. The true essence of this place lies in the space between what is shown and what is felt. To understand this land, one must learn to see with more than just the eyes. You must feel the texture of a hand-woven carpet beneath your fingers, taste the sharp sweetness of a pomegranate, and hear the call to prayer echoing from a turquoise-domed mosque. These are the threads that make up the intricate tapestry of this nation. It is a place that challenges your perceptions, that asks you to look beyond the headlines and the politics. It demands patience and an open heart. In return, it offers a glimpse into a world of breathtaking beauty and profound, enduring humanity. If you found this journey into Iran as captivating as we did, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more stories from around the world. Your support helps us bring you deeper into the heart of places rarely seen. Join us for the next chapter. The landscapes of Iran are a testament to nature's raw and untamed power. To stand at the edge of the Dasht-e-Kavir, the Great Salt Desert, is to feel utterly humbled. Here, the world is reduced to its most basic elements, earth and sky. The ground is a mosaic of cracked salt flats, shimmering under a sun that seems to burn with a white-hot intensity. There are no trees, no signs of life, only the endless expanse of a world baked to a pale, ghostly white. The silence is absolute, a physical presence that presses in on you, broken only by the faint whistle of the wind. In this immense emptiness, the sky becomes the main event. At dawn, it bleeds with colors of soft rose and deep orange, painting the pale desert floor with a fleeting, gentle light. By midday, it is an unforgiving dome of the purest, most intense blue, a color so deep it feels as if you could fall into it forever. And then, as dusk approaches, the spectacle begins anew. The sun sinks below the horizon, and the sky erupts into a symphony of fiery reds, deep purples, and strokes of gold. It is a daily masterpiece, a performance for an audience of none, played out across a canvas of infinite space. Further north, the Alborz Mountains rise abruptly from the plains. Their peaks are jagged and fierce, often capped with snow, even as the valleys below swelter in the heat. These are not gentle, rolling hills. They are formidable giants of rock and ice, barriers that have shaped the flow of history and culture for millennia. To travel through their winding passes is to witness geology in action, to see layers of rock twisted and folded by the immense forces of the earth. Waterfalls cascade down sheer cliffs, their spray creating a fine mist that hangs in the cool mountain air. The world here is vertical, a realm of eagles and stoic, resilient shepherds. And then there are the forests of the north, near the Caspian Sea. Here, the landscape transforms completely. The air grows thick and humid, filled with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. Ancient Hyrcanian forests, survivors from a bygone era, are draped in mist. Gnarled, moss-covered trees create a dense canopy that filters the sunlight into a soft, ethereal green. This is a world of moisture and shadow, a stark contrast to the sun-scorched deserts to the south. It is yet another face of this land of extremes, a reminder that Iran is not one single place, but a continent of landscapes contained within a single border. While nature unfolds in grand, sweeping gestures of freedom, the human heart must navigate a far more intricate landscape. Here, the rules of love and companionship are as complex and layered as a Persian miniature painting. Affection, that most natural of human expressions, is a private affair. In the public sphere, a man and a woman who are not related may not touch. A simple act, like holding hands, is forbidden. Kisses are stolen glances, words whispered when no one is listening. Love becomes a secret language, a code shared between two people in a world of watchful eyes. This creates a society where romance is a drama played out in the shadows. It is a world of clandestine meetings in parks, of conversations held over crackling phone lines, and of emotions conveyed through the subtle art of poetry. The heart's desires are not loud declarations, but quiet, persistent flames that burn in hidden places. This restraint, this enforced distance, can imbue every small gesture with immense meaning. A shared look across a crowded room can carry the weight of 1,000 words. A brief, accidental touch can send a jolt of electricity that lingers for hours. It is a world where the absence of touch makes its eventual presence all the more profound. Into this complex world enters a unique and ancient practice, the temporary marriage, or sigh. This is a formal contract sanctioned by religious law that can unite a man and a woman for a specific period. It can last for a few hours, a few days, or many years. It is a pragmatic solution to the strict rules governing relationships, a way to create a legitimate space for companionship within the bounds of tradition. For some, it is a practical arrangement. For others, it is a way to experience intimacy and connection in a society that otherwise keeps them apart. It is a paradox, a formal, time-bound contract for the most timeless of human emotions. This practice reveals the deep contradictions at the heart of the culture. It is a society that places immense value on chastity and public decorum, yet it has created a formal mechanism to navigate the powerful currents of human desire. The Saige is a testament to the culture's ability to bend without breaking, to find ways to accommodate the messy, unpredictable nature of human relationships within a rigid framework. It is a labyrinth of rules and exceptions, a place where love is both forbidden and formally sanctioned, often at the same time. It is a puzzle that speaks volumes about the human need for connection, no matter the obstacles. The soul of Iran is forged in the fire of its contrasts. It is a land where the untamed freedom of the natural world exists alongside a human society governed by a strict and unyielding code. One can stand on a mountaintop, feeling the wind whip through their hair with absolute liberty, only to descend into a city where a woman's hair must be covered by law. This duality is not a flaw. It is the essential character of the nation. It is the tension between the wildness of the earth and the order of civilization, a dynamic that plays out in every aspect of daily life. Consider the contrast between the public and private spheres. On the street, life is formal and reserved. People adhere to the rules of conduct, their interactions governed by tradition and religious law. But step inside a family home, and the atmosphere transforms. The veils come off, both literally and metaphorically. The air fills with the sounds of loud laughter, passionate debate, and the joyful chaos of family life. Here, in the sanctuary of the home, people are free to be themselves, to express their opinions, and to share their joys and sorrows with an openness that would be unthinkable in public. This division creates two parallel worlds. There is the Iran that is presented to the outside, a world of solemnity and order. And there is the Iran that exists behind closed doors, a world of vibrant color, warmth, and fierce individuality. The people of this land are masters at navigating these two realities. They move between them with a practiced ease, changing their demeanor, their language, and even their clothing as they cross the threshold from the public street to the private courtyard. It is a skill born of necessity, a way of preserving one's inner self while conforming to the demands of the outer world. This constant negotiation between freedom and restriction has cultivated a unique form of resilience in the people. They have a deep appreciation for the small moments of liberty, for the stolen joys and the hidden freedoms. A picnic in a secluded valley, a shared song among friends, a forbidden book read in secret. These moments take on a special significance. They are not taken for granted. They are cherished as precious acts of personal expression in a world that seeks to regulate it. This is the central paradox of Iran, a place where the most profound sense of freedom can be found in the smallest acts of defiance. To leave Iran is to carry its echoes with you. It is not a place that can be easily summarized or forgotten. It settles in the heart like the fine dust of the desert, a constant reminder of its beauty and its complexity. The memories that linger are not of monuments or museums, but of moments. The taste of hot, fresh bread shared by a stranger. The sound of a child's laughter echoing in an ancient alleyway. The sight of 1,000 stars blazing in the clear, cold desert night. These are the small, intimate details that reveal the true soul of the nation. One is left with a profound sense of respect for its people. They are the inheritors of a magnificent and burdensome history, living their lives at the crossroads of the ancient and the modern. They navigate their world with a grace, a humor, and a strength that is deeply moving. They are poets and engineers, dreamers and pragmatists, rebels and traditionalists, often all at once. To have been a guest in their world, to have been welcomed into their homes and their confidence, is a privilege that leaves an indelible mark on the soul. The paradoxes of this land are what make it so compelling. It is a place where strict rules give rise to incredible creativity, where public restraint hides a world of private passion, and where an ancient culture is constantly reinventing itself in the face of modern challenges. It is a nation that defies easy categorization, that refuses to be seen in black and white. It exists in 1,000 shades of grey, in the subtle nuances of a whispered conversation, in the shared glance between friends, and in the quiet dignity of a people who have mastered the art of survival. Ultimately, Iran is a story. It is a story of resilience, of beauty, and of the enduring power of the human spirit to find freedom and connection in the most challenging of circumstances. The wind that blows across its vast plains seems to carry the voices of poets and kings, of prophets and ordinary people. It is a story that is still being written in the silent prayers of the faithful, in the secret hopes of the young, and in the enduring pulse of a culture that has captivated the world for centuries. It is a story that, once heard, is impossible to forget.